Hello, I'm Uma Arora from Tutors.com, and in today's video we are going to learn about natural resources. So the main subtopics which we are going to cover today are carbon cycle, oxygen cycle, greenhouse effect, and the last one, which is ozone layer. Let's move forward towards the next slide and let's have a quick discussion about carbon cycle. So most of the chemicals that make up living tissue contains carbon, and when organisms die, the carbon is recycled so that it can be used by future generations. The model that describes the processes involved is called the carbon cycle. Let's discuss carbon cycle in detail. So in the first step, carbon enters the atmosphere as carbon dioxide from respiration and combustion. In the next step, carbon dioxide is absorbed by producers to make carbohydrates in photosynthesis. Animals feed on the plant, passing the carbon compounds along the food chain, and most of the carbon they consume is exhaled as carbon dioxide formed during respiration. The animals and plants eventually die, and then the dead organisms are eaten by decomposers, and the carbon in their body is returned to the atmosphere as carbon dioxide. In some conditions, decomposition is blocked. The plant and animal material may be available as fossil fuel in the future for combustion. So this was all about carbon cycle. Now let's move forward and let's talk about greenhouse effect. So a greenhouse is a house which is made of glass, and it has glass walls and a glass roof. People grow tomatoes and flowers and other plants into them. A greenhouse stays warm inside even during winters. Well, the sunlight shines in and warms the plants and the air inside, but the heat is trapped by the glass and it cannot escape. So during the daylight hours, it gets warmer and warmer inside a greenhouse and stays pretty warm at night too. Now if we talk about greenhouse effect, then we can say that it is the process by which radiation from a planet's atmosphere warms the planet's surface to a temperature above what it could be without its atmosphere. Well, the same phenomenon was used to create an enclosure where tropical plants could be kept warm during the winters in colder climates, and such enclosures are called greenhouse gases. Let's move forward towards the next slide and let's talk about oxygen cycle. Oxygen is found in the elemental form in the atmosphere to the extent of 21%, and oxygen is cycled between the atmosphere and the living things. So the first step in the oxygen cycle is, well, the plants produce oxygen during the process of photosynthesis, and this is released into the air. After that, plants also use some oxygen for respiration, but they produce more than they use. So animals use oxygen from the air for the process of respiration. There is a balance between the excess oxygen given out by plants and the oxygen used by animals, so that the percentage of oxygen in dry air is always the same. And this was all about oxygen cycle. Let's move forward and let's have a quick discussion about ozone layer. The, the molecules of oxygen combine to form ozone, and ozone layer is found in stratosphere. It acts as a ozone shield and protect Earth from harmful effect from ultraviolet radiation. However, many man-made components like chlorofluorocarbons reacts with oxygen, causing ozone depletion. The depletion of ozone layer is called ozone hole. And if we talk about the ultraviolet radiations, they can even lead to skin cancer. So this was all about ozone layer. Let's move forward, and here are a few questions for you to practice. So you can pause the video here, and once you're done with all the given questions, You can resume the video to check your answers. Congratulations if all of your answers are correct. And thank you for watching this video. For more, please visit justtutors.com.